For all my listeners out there, man, we got the opportunity, man, to talk with one of the realest female rappers coming out of the East Coast. And I get the pleasure of talking with somebody from my hometown, baby. And her name, she go by the name of Breeze, the realest. And Breeze, baby, how they treat you these days?
It's good, man. I'm trying to music and stuff. I've been holding back on it because I'm like my own worst critic, so I'm trying to like just get over that and just put out something that's fire for everybody that's out there.
No question about that. So before we get started, man, let everybody know, man, where you originally from and how long you been doing your thing.
I'm from Brooklyn, Fort Greene Project, you know, where the original 50 Cent was. You know, may he rest in peace. And I've been doing this for a little while now. I mean, I was always writing music and things like that since I was a kid, but I didn't really know if that was like the route I wanted to go as I grew up. But then, you know, I had a certain age, you know, my teenage years, and I was like, you know what? That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So, you know, I just started around like 16, 17, really like putting my full effort into it.
Right. So tell us exactly, you know what I'm saying? You've been doing this for a long time, since you've been a little youngster, you know what I'm saying? So let us know, like, who inspired you? Like, who did you hear that make you say to yourself, man, I want to do that, and not only do I want to do that, I want to be able to do that well. You know what I'm saying? You know, what was the inspiration, man, to actually make you do the music and be as creative as you are?
Well, for one, I'm gonna say myself. I ain't even gonna front. Like, you know, I used to sit there and freestyle with the dudes and stuff in the building, and I was, you know, I was feeling myself at one point. And, you know, I also had like people like Jay-Z to listen to, and those are one of my greatest inspirations as well, you know, watching him, you know, as a youngster too, make hits, fire, and just still keep doing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no question.
So, you know, that was...
Go ahead.
No, that was pretty much one of the people, and not only that, because he's still alive, you know what I mean? So I was able to watch him as I grew up, see how he making it. You know, so
and for those that don't know, man, I'm gonna tell the story a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For a female artist coming up in Brooklyn, baby, I know it had to be a little tough on you. You know what I'm saying? Because cats was probably looking at you like you couldn't get it done. You heard? And so I know when you step in the room, you know what I'm saying? You know, you also look real good. So I know they looking at you. You know what I'm saying? From top to bottom, and they thinking they get ready to go slaughter you. You heard? And for you to come out and do your thing, you know what I'm saying? Is a beautiful thing coming out of Fort Greene. You heard?
Word up. It is, definitely.
Yeah, so give us a little insight bit on what it was when your first project, you know what I'm saying, on what it took to get that done, and the dreams that you had to make further, I mean, you know what I'm saying, to do more projects down the line.
Well, basically, it's difficult, especially for me being a female. It's like very difficult because, you know, it's a male-dominated industry, so you know, if they look at me, they like, you know, we'll tell her a dream, you know, see what we can get out of her type shit. But me, on the other hand, you know, I always had my head on my shoulder, so I always looked at things a little differently. I'm like, you know what, it's going to be a hard journey for me to get through, but you know what, I'm going to do it. So, you know, I just been trying to do as much as possible. I met a couple of heads. I mean, my first time recording was at the 36 Chamber, and, you know, that felt real good because I was able to, you know, possess my skills in front of a bunch of, you know, major artists and people who've already done it.
Right.
And, you know, so it's just a good feeling. So I intend to, you know, put out some fire. But like I said before, I'm like my own worst critic. So it's hard. When I make something, I got to put it out right away. Otherwise, I get bored. I'm like, nah, that ain't it. And then I got to keep making music. So it's been difficult for me. With that, you know, at that aspect.
Yeah. And here's something I want to say, you know what I'm saying? I personally listened to your music, you know what I'm saying? And once I heard one of your tracks, the first thing I said was, hey, I need more of that. I need her, you know what I'm saying? I need her to be on MafiaLive, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't know the difference between what you do and how you put your music down opposed to other female artists who just be out there just because, you know, they ain't got a female voice. But what I want you to kind of expand on is the difference between being a rapper and a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Because your music got some lyrics to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So let the world know, man, what it takes for you to put your lyricism down. You heard?
I mean, yeah. Well, see, for me, it takes a lot of thought. See, rappers, they just write down whatever. It's just whatever rhymes. If it was A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of a writer. I write with thought. I make sure, like, what I'm writing down is things that I've experienced or things that I've watched happen and things like that. And that's what has been difficult for me as well, because people want me to go that route where it's just like, you know, your little ABC raps.
Right.
And because you know that's what it is in the game right now. But at the end of the day, I still have a lot of feelings that I'm trying to put down on paper and let the world hear. So, you know, it's not just like ABC raps. I'm trying to really put down, you know, some things that make sense at the end of the day. You know, the struggle and things like that. So I talk about a lot about the struggle. You know. Yeah. But I can get down and you know, spit that, you know, bubble gum, but I'm too, you know. Right.
No question.
It's not difficult.
Yeah, and I got a question for you. I want you to kind of think about this a little bit. Do you ever think about, like, when you put down your music, do you ever think about you representing the female artists of the game and where your place is going to be at in the game? You know what I'm saying? Because like I just said, a lot of chicks get out there, they do whatever they do, but with your rapping and your lyrics, you know what I'm saying, to me, when I listen to it, it sounds like you own to something. Like, you kind of know that this is what I want to do, and I got to make sure what I do is tight and rough each and every time. You know what I'm saying? Because you representing you, and you representing a part of the game that I feel like's been lost. You know what I'm saying? So give me a little insight on what you think about that.
Well, like, at the end of the day, I think that you have to be yourself. And with me, that's what I'm trying to do, is be myself. I've been through a lot of stuff, so I try to put that, you know, together in the music. So I feel like if I'm just being myself, I don't really have to worry about who likes me and who doesn't, because people are just going to gravitate attention to me regardless. Right. You know, because I'm going to spit fire. You know, a lot of dudes out there ain't messing with me. And I want to be a role model to other women as well. Because it's hard for us to come up in the game. Right. You know, being females. Right. And especially being nice. Because a lot of men are intimidated by us as well. Right. In this game. So, you know, I want to be a role model for them. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, women got to take the initiative to do it themselves as well, you know. Yeah, no doubt about that. And I'm already knowing, listen, for those that don't listen to music, I listen to music every day, all day, you heard? And when you talk about taking them, when you talk about taking them back, when you talking about taking them back to the golden age of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? You definitely are one that's getting that done, you heard? So definitely. No question. So give me a little insight. Let me know about your project, you know what I'm saying? Give us some insight on the project and what it took to get that done, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, let us know. No doubt. Well, I'm working on a project called Climate Changes, which basically, you know, talks about like my different mood changes and, you know, how I went from point A to point B, you know, how I had to deal with certain people, producers and things like that, just to get this work done in the first place, and the people I've met, you know, and, you know, as a woman, we go through a lot of emotional changes. So I wanted to, you know, put that forth in the music, let people hear like different sides of me and the versatility. Right. So, you know, I'm trying to release that very soon. You know, it's just been hard because I've been trying to release this project for a minute now. Okay. And like I said, it's been difficult because I'm my own worst critic, and the thing, if I do it, if I make the music at that point, I intend to release it at that exact point, because if I let it sit for too long, I get tired of it, you know, hearing it, and then I'm like, nah, I got to do something different. That's what took it so long in the first place. So, you know, I'm trying to release it sometime, maybe by the end of June or so. Right. You know? So, yeah, no doubt. So tell us about, because, you know, coming up also for you, it's got to be doubly hard. You know what I'm saying? As a new and upcoming artist, as a female artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, explain to us, let us know, man, how you had to keep your business aspect of the game tight. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's the thing. Like, it's hard. It's hard for you to do because you got to kind of maintain a certain character when you're around, you know, different people. And then you know, you also gotta, you know, put on that game face like I'm a boss and I do this, and you don't want nobody to like steer you away.
Right.
Because you know, I've gotten discouraged so many times, so I try to, you know, keep my game face on and still make sure that I'm handling the business side of things and still working on my music, making sure that's tight and right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no question about that. You know what I mean? So your project is out. How you think that how you think you're gonna be received? You know what I'm saying, on the music that you're making today?
I think a lot of people won't feel me.
Right.
I think there's going to be a lot of hate. I think a lot of people won't feel me, especially people who really, really know me. I was always like the quiet type. You know, people never really knew what I was doing.
Right.
That's why they call me Breeze. I was kind of like smooth on my feet. You know, nobody seen me coming or going. So a lot of people who think they know who I am really don't.
Right.
So I think those who really do are going to be able to, you know, connect with me, and those who don't are really going to be able to connect with me because, you know, they're getting to see who I am, you know, my character and everything.
Right. No doubt about that.
I'm not who they think I am.
Yeah, no question. So I listened to the 40 Bars track, and once I listened to 40 Bars, I was hooked. I was like, I need to hear more of that. So with your project coming out, is it going to be some visual to it? Are we going to be able to see some videos? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to really get to see the real Breeze do what she do optically?
Yeah, y'all going to see some visuals, definitely. You know, I got a great videographer. His name's Timothy Jack. He's dope. So, yeah, definitely going to see some visuals. 40 Bars is one of them tracks that a lot of people actually didn't like.
Right.
Because they felt like it was too hard, and, you know, that was a little bit too rough on there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that people think it was violent.
Right. Well,
it's not really a violent track. It's one of those tracks where I'm talking about, you know, I'm the nicest.
Right.
You know?
and maybe I'm a little biased, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from Brooklyn too, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm from ENY. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm from East New York. So you already know how we get it in. You know what I'm saying? So for those that don't understand, listen, this is how it goes down in Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So in case y'all a little confused, let me reiterate what she's trying to say to you. It goes down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You already know.
Yeah.
It's not a game out there.
Ain't a game out there, baby. You know what I'm saying? One false move, baby, and it could be curtains. You know what I'm saying, baby? Hey, Breeze, look here, baby. Before we go, I want you to kind of shout out and plug everything and everybody that helped you get to the point to where you are today.
Yes, definitely. You know, I thank my little man for one, because he's like my motivation.
No doubt.
You know, I'm glad like he's in existence because, you know, he keeps me going every day. I want to holler at C-Style. You know, he the one who set this whole interview up in the first place. He's been helping me out with, you know, getting certain things done as well.
Yeah.
My man Gio, you know, he's been working on some production and stuff like that. You know, getting me promotions because, you know, I need that buzz.
Yeah.
You know, my videographer, photographer, he's like everything all in one, the jack in all trades, you know. So his name's Timothy. So I want to holler at him, you know, and everybody else. Y'all already know who y'all are, who helped me along the way. My godfather, Quick. Who else? Tay, my dude Tay.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of put money behind certain situations or whatever so I can even get pushing.
Right.
So I want to thank all of them. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be at this point right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Big shout out to C Dad Dizzle for, you know what I'm saying, actually also putting this together. You know what I'm saying? And hey, Breeze, I want to let all the people out there that's listening to us, y'all stay locked in because I got about 2 or 3 of these Breeze the realest tracks that I'm gonna bang, man. I'm gonna let y'all feel what I be feeling when I be listening to her music. You heard what I'm saying? Hey, Breeze the realest. Here's what I want to say to you, man. May you always be blessed. And may you always prosper in the things that you do. And if there's anything that Mafia Live can do for you, don't hesitate for 1 second to get at us, man, because we got you. You heard? Holla, baby.
Mafia Magazine.
No doubt. Here it comes, baby. Hey, to Breeze. Peace, baby.
No.